What's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of the Not So Big Ben Show. This is Not So Big Ben, legal name Benjamin Sladek. Once again, trying to get a sponsorship from Coors Banquet. Cheers. And this show today is sponsored by GoHard Performance Systems. And with us today, we have a man from Henrico, Virginia.
Yeah.
If Dwayne Johnson had sex with a little white woman years ago and doesn't know that he had a son, it would be this guy right here. They told him he is too strong to do jiu-jitsu. They wouldn't allow him to do jiu-jitsu because of how strong he is. Introducing the man of GoHard Performance Systems, Lerone Rock Gray!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's perfect. That was fucking perfect.
Oh man! First and foremost, my parents are gonna kill you for two reasons. One is Leron. Then two,
Son of a bitch!
my mom. When my mom sees it, she can be like, "So I just wasn't involved in your process, huh?" So okay, cool,
man.
all right. I'm not even. My dad is gonna be cool about, it, but my mom.
Yeah, no, that obviously not my intent, Mr. and Mrs. Gray. Yeah, sorry, but I don't know.
Nah, I'm just.
I thought it was a great intro, but
No,
It's a lot,
phenomenal.
bro.
Energy
Trust
was
me.
top tier, man. I appreciate it.
yeah, thank you for that.
Bro.
But we got another ball knower in this studio, so let's get to some games that happened this weekend, man. I mean, shoot, your Denver Broncos absolutely kicked the shit out of his Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, look, if you want to walk out,
Yeah.
I understand, man. It's all
And I mean, you know, like I said, it's an expectation every year. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's gonna be down points of the Cowboys. Like it's always either a defensive problem or offense. Like I feel like last year more of it was like we couldn't get anything on offense. Now it's like defense, and defense has always been a struggle. But just to have it and to see that we lose games so much of the games that we play because of it, man. That game was just another reason why I hate the fucking defense.
I mean, to be fair, the defensive coordinator did leave a couple of years ago, so it's like it kind of makes sense, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, there's different staff moves that have happened and players that are getting paid, but at the same time, it's just like, man, it's just we're missing that like spark on defense. Like, and I don't know if we don't have a leader in the locker room.
Didn't y'all trade away the spark?
And
That's
we
what I was
did.
gonna get to.
And you know, that's what I'm saying. It comes down to staff moves. It comes down to what we do in office. And Micah Parsons was a horrible trade. Okay, that was like a
Probably the
E
worst in
minus,
history.
F minus
Top
trade.
5 for sure.
Yeah,
And he's balling right now. He's doing his thing. So
wish y'all traded him after they played the Steelers, like to me personally. But I mean, that's
Just to help you out, right?
yeah, right.
yeah, but I mean that's a constant thing, man. If you can't be good on defense, bro, you're not gonna be set up anywhere. I mean, your offense can put up however many points they can. I mean, you see it time and time again. Offenses put up 35, 40 points. But if your defense is giving up the same amount of points, it's gonna be a game. And I mean, that's the problem with the Cowboys. But I mean, if we're talking Broncos, Bo looks like he's comfortable.
He looks good.
It's
He
a
looks
good
really
year.
good.
It's a good year.
I mean, and I'll say, I know it was just Dallas's defense, but I think that's going to build up a ton of confidence for Bo going forward. And I think Sean Payton's going to be like, oh, I can actually open the offense. I mean, now granted, you're not going to play a Swiss cheese defense like you did
every week.
every week.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think coming, what is it? I don't even know. Forget that. I mean, Denver's defense had been a buzzsaw all year. I mean, I don't know how many sacks they had in that game, but I mean, I think they were I heard there's a stat, like they're on the verge of breaking like the 85 Bears in terms of most sacks in a season. Will they be as good as them? Probably not, because it feels like impossible to play as good.
Oh, for sure.
Defense,
Especially with the
'cause
rule changes.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, you can't, like, I'll see like guys like hit with their shoulders and it's like 15-yard penalty. I'm like, what is he supposed to do?
Well, I don't want to sidebar too much, but there was a highlight from a Louisiana Tech game recently, and
Yes.
a kid, I mean, shoulder to chest pretty much, and it was a targeting game.
Right.
And I'm like, come on, it was like first possession of the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
And it was a clean hit. And I'm like, if that's going to be the case, it's really hard to be dominant, like you said.
Well, and I mean, to be fair, and also like like these quarterbacks, I think, take advantage of these rules too. Like Patrick
for
Mahomes,
sure.
you'll see him like running down the sideline, like waiting for a defender to come crashing down so he can like step one toe out of bounds. And I think we all don't like the Chiefs here. So it's like,
Hey, look, I'm in the same division. I definitely don't like the Chiefs.
well, you didn't like
Yeah.
them before. You hated the Chiefs before it was cool to hate the Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly,
I
exactly.
mean,
True to the game, man.
yeah, but I mean, Denver, they look really good this year. And, you know, there was a lot of drama after that because, you know, the Giants game where they had to come back. You know what I'm getting into. Russ
Yeah,
and Sean Payton.
absolutely.
What is your thoughts on
Yeah,
that?
what do you think?
All right, so as a Broncos fan, I'm actually genuinely happy with this season. Bo seems like he's coming into his own. And honestly,
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
Dallas game, it showed a couple of highlights of how well he can throw the ball. Being able to push it down the field, put it in tight pockets. We all knew he could run. Like, that's no surprise there. But seeing how well he's grown as a passer, defense has been solid for the past 5 to 7 seasons. My biggest thing is similar to what you were talking about with Micah Parsons. Like, we traded away very talented players on the defense, but thankfully we replaced it with a few talented guys. So with that whole Sean Payton thing, personally, I don't get the idea of paying the guy and having him move to another team.
Yeah,
Hate that concept.
Yeah.
Russ didn't play that bad to where we couldn't benefit from it.
Right.
But at the same time, you know, NFL's a business. You got to make moves.
Yeah,
so.
and I don't think Russ wanted to be there for
No,
Sean.
not with Sean. No.
And it just seemed like they never, like, from the beginning, that was, like, a terrible thing. But then, like, Sean Payton trying to say, like, oh, I wasn't talking about Russ. Like, you don't have to lie.
Who else were you talking
That's what I'm
about?
saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
but,
come on,
like,
dude.
at the same, I mean,
Come on,
like,
dude.
you could say whatever you want about Russ as a quarterback. Like, the back nine of his career is not great. I mean, we're Richmond kids, so, like, I think most of us here, like, really, I mean, maybe as a Broncos fan, you don't really like the guy anymore. I don't know, but
I have no issue. My thing is, I'm kind of intrigued by the thought of he's playing himself out of the Hall of Fame.
I think
I'm
that's
like,
bullshit.
That's tough, yo. How do you come up with that?
Yeah,
And it's like his own
That's
teammates,
actually bad.
like Richard Sherman, saying that too. And it's like, I don't understand that. And
well, Richard Sherman's kind of ruined his legacy
Yeah,
too. with
for sure,
all,
for
All
sure.
the stuff that he's done too, with
On and off the
being
field.
drunk and
the doorbell, I forgot about that.
yeah. So
forgot about that.
I feel like everybody got.
He's still a Hall of Fame corner, though, brother. I mean, come on.
He is, and
Solid.
Russ. You can't deny what Russ did for
Yeah.
Seattle. Like Russ was.
Seattle was dog shit before
Yes,
he got
they
there.
were absolute dog shit. You would never talk about Seattle being in a playoff contender before he got
not
there.
at all, not at all.
And he gave them a spark, and they put guys around him.
Yeah.
And at one point, they had one of the best defenses of all time.
Yeah.
And
Legion of Boom.
speaking
up there
about
for me as one
Russ
of the top.
now, I mean, going to the Giants, I feel bad about Cam Scatterbull, man. That game.
Ooh, that injury.
That injury, man, and that's one of those injuries where it's like,
The Philadelphia crowd was cheering for him. That says a
Yeah.
lot because those guys are kind of douchebags, those Philly fans.
But you gotta love the guy himself, like the way he
How
plays
do you
and stuff
not?
like that. Yeah, you can't deny him.
My God.
Mike Allstott reincarnated, bro.
Yeah.
No, he's like a pocket-sized
Yes.
Mike Allstott.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness,
because
bro,
Mike
you
was
get that on
huge.
the money.
man.
But Mike could not run like Cam Scatterbull.
Yeah.
I would say the reverse. Scat can't run like Mike. Mike
true.
was like a freight
Mike
train.
run with a
man.
different.
Well, they never
freight train.
they never like really used him as a running back like they're using Cam right now though.
Dog, oh, Ben, you gotta go on YouTube,
No,
man.
but I'm
Those are
saying,
some
like,
crazy
I'm-
highlights, man.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like for him to Cam Scatterbull is like the RB1. Like didn't Tampa? I'm forgetting their running back they had.
Oh,
like,
Tampa had ridiculous running backs. Ward Dunn.
That's what
I was
I'm
about to
saying,
say. Yeah, I mean,
I forget about that. And actually, I'm thinking of Tampa running backs right now. I just saw on the news the other day, and I'm sure you know what I'm. Doug Martin, man. I mean,
yeah, that was unfortunate.
that
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Whoa,
still
what
don't
happened?
know.
Doug Martin?
Doug
Oh,
Martin.
you don't know?
Yeah, he passed away, man.
Yeah.
Doug Martin passed away?
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
Was it last?
It was like in the
Recent,
we
yeah.
heard of it. Like I was watching NFL games. I look on my phone and I think
Did he stay in Florida?
no, maybe I don't.
I'm
know.
not sure,
He was
yeah.
like not mentally well though, from what I heard.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Usually, if you don't hear why, it's going to be one
Yeah.
or two things. It's super sad, man. But yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, very
He was a
unfortunate.
running back for y'all too.
Yeah,
man.
he was a dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
and that was like during like the Succaneer years too, where they were like kind of like.
But he did his.
No, I don't mean to like
But most of the years have been sucking.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, I mean like before like Brady got there,
He
kind of
changed
like,
the culture, bro.
like the Josh
Brady
Freeman
went there and
years.
changed
I
the
think
culture.
Doug Schiano or not Doug Schiano.
Greg
Schiano.
Yeah.
Thank you. Greg Schiano was the head coach there or something like that, and Yeah, and there was I think Raheem Morris maybe.
I was gonna
too.
say Raheem Morris is like 30 years old. They say he would like go out with players after the game and stuff.
Oh, that's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
We've seen some stuff in Tampa, bro.
And
In the middle
now
of the strip club going over your game plan. Yo, that's wild.
and now he's the Atlanta head coach, and they just got boat raced by Miami, which
It hasn't been the same since that Patriots lost, man.
no. And I mean, well, again, they just beat Buffalo 2 weeks ago, though. Atlanta did.
So the hard part about the NFL now is there's no consistency. I feel
true.
like a few years ago you had solid teams
Yeah.
that they would just roll through the schedule, but now it's like 2 weeks from now you win a game, next week you lose. It just is wild.
And I will say it makes it fun though, right? Because you
Absolutely.
never know like what teams are gonna win each week, so it makes people want to tune into more games. 'Cause
Exactly.
you could see like a team like the Chiefs lose to a team like Atlanta, or a Bills team lose like Bills. I'm blanking out. A Bills team lose to like Atlanta, and then
Yeah.
Atlanta get dog wiped the next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
So it really
Fucks a lot of parlays up, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure.
does.
Yeah, nobody's making money
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, it does. But I think it's a testament to how like advanced the league is nowadays,
Yeah,
man.
sure.
Where it's just like you can't run the same old. You have to switch it up, and talent wise, I feel like these players are getting even more talented than they used to be, and you see rookies like Scatterboo and Jackson Dart doing their thing, and I mean this is their first season. Like you have to commend them for at least having this energy, giving the Giants some type of hope that they've never had in years. To give them just a little bit of something, a taste of something, and be like, okay, we can expect something for the future.
Absolutely.
So I think if they can stay healthy and with the Giants,
He's got a long road to recover.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's
Yeah, it was
long
worse
road.
than what they thought it was
Yeah.
going to be. So, man.
But it doesn't surprise me because of how the way they reacted, like and everything. But now, I mean, and Jackson Dart, obviously, he proved me wrong for now.
proved a lot of people wrong.
When they picked him, I was like, they traded back in the first round to get this guy. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what I was thinking. But man, like I know like his stats are not flashy, but like just the moxie that he has,
That's
like
smart, man.
he's a gamer. Like,
Yeah.
he is a fucking baller. I mean, like there's no. Now, do I think the Giants could ruin this kid? Potentially, because I don't know what they're going to do. Like, is he good enough to save Dable's job, the head coach's job? Like, that's just, like, that's the tough thing. Because it's like, yeah, you don't want to ruin the chemistry that they have, but it's like you also got to think of the whole team, too. You're not developing one player. You're developing 53 other guys on the roster.
It'll be interesting to see how that goes because you look at the success that Daniel Jones is having now that he's not there.
true.
So, if Jackson falls off a little bit, we can kind of know where to point the finger.
That's true. And I mean, but like Daniel also went through like 3 different coordinators, and it's like
Insane.
And now it's like, I don't even recognize, like, when he got the starting job originally in Indianapolis, I was like, all right, I guess Anthony Richardson just sucks. Now, I'm like, no, I mean, he just might. I mean, now that eye injury he had before the game was the most
Wild.
insane thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I think they had a corner get concussed right before that game, too. But
It was a weird week for them, yeah.
that was a weird. And they're 7-1, and I mean, like they dominated the Chargers, who are a solid team. I know they were banged up, but I mean, the offensive, like Jonathan Taylor, in my book, is the MVP right now. Like Daniel Jones is playing great,
Strong
but
case.
Yeah.
what? Because he's got 15 touchdowns.
He's
right now?
putting up numbers, and he's going on like how people were saying Saquon should have got it last year.
Yeah,
he's
on
doing
pace.
better than Saquon
Yeah.
was doing at this point of the week than Saquon was.
Oh,
doing
he's
last
already
year.
like I think he's got more touchdowns than
Yeah.
Saquon did last season.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
scrimmage
So,
yards
I
is
mean-
kind of crazy.
Right.
And like you said, it really goes back to like I always talk about. It's a franchise thing. Like these franchises really have to think about what they have as an organization and as a staff, because you see some of the moves that they make and you
Yeah.
see some of the things that they do, and it's like, man, like you can see a guy go somewhere else and he's so much more successful and they're doing so much better.
Yep.
And it was to a guy that people really thought was on Daniel Jones. Like people
Yeah.
at first were like, "Oh, Daniel Jones is trash." Like it's a Daniel Jones
I was
problem.
one
Like
of
they
them.
just need a quarterback. And then he goes somewhere else, and it's like they're the best team in the league right now. So, like you said, it really points back to organization. But he's saving jobs in Indianapolis right
for
now,
sure
for
he
sure.
is,
Well, and that's the thing. Like you're talking about organizations. Like the Colts were not a highly sought organization since Peyton Manning left the building.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, their owner I think passed away at the beginning of the year. Jim
His,
Irsay.
yeah, I think his daughter His daughter's the owner.
And
Yeah,
she's like
taking
on the
notes.
headset listening to
Yeah,
play calls,
taking
making sure
notes.
that
Oh yeah, she is
she
10
is
toes in. Yeah,
on it. It
Yeah.
is insane. I mean, like, so good for her.
That's what you want to see.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I'm
absolutely.
sure like Jim was kind of like that too, but like he had his struggles personally. I don't know, like, and you know, I mean, it sucks that he's not here, and maybe like him, like, and it's, I don't want to sound awful when I say this, but like him like dying is like what provided the spark. Like, this guy
That's
loved
true.
our team
Yeah.
so much.
That
Like,
happens. Yeah.
I mean, the Indiana Pacers right after, like, were one game away from winning the finals right after he passed on. I mean, it's so insane. Like, at a city in, like, the Indiana Fever right now, like, their WNBA team, I mean, Caitlin
College
Clark.
football team.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Indiana.
I mean, yeah,
Indiana, man.
But even then, like, I mean, that's the whole Signetti thing. Like, they were good before, like, or I mean, they had that one run last year, and now they're still good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, it's so cool to see. And I mean, and you know, I know we're not supposed to talk about future games, but I'm a Pittsburgh fan, and I saw the spread was like 3.5. Indianapolis is favored by. If that gets up to 10.5 with the way the Steelers are looking, bet on the Colts. We suck so bad. I don't even recognize this defense. I think my high school team back in the day could probably tackle better than these guys. I mean, holy shit. And have they put
welcome.
TJ Watt on a milk carton? Because where the hell are you, bro? Where have you been? 4.5 sacks in the last 315 days,
Let
and
him
Myles
get this
Garrett
out.
had
Get this
5.
out. Get it out.
No,
Yes.
I'm getting it out. And
Yeah.
Darius Slay, great career. Hanging up, go on the golf course. I mean, golly. Like, Terrell Austin, more like terrorist Austin. Who is this guy calling the defense? I mean, what is this? Like, Aaron Rodgers is the only thing, and Jalen Warren, too. Jalen Warren is a bruiser of a running back. And it's like, how could you not love that guy? I mean, but Aaron Rodgers has been one of probably the only bright spot of the Steelers this year. If not Chris Boswell, too. Kickers are people, too. Chris Boswell can hit it from, I mean, the only kicker I might take over Chris Boswell is Brandon Aubrey. But maybe Brandon McManus in his good heyday. But then again, Brandon McManus missed 2 at Heinz Field.
Yeah. it was
Didn't
rough.
y'all just trade somebody?
We got
Or did y'all
Kyle Duggar
just
from
get
the
somebody?
Patriots, who was a
think I
backup
got
safety.
somebody.
So,
Yeah.
but I guess he can play defense. I mean, he was good for New England, but he just didn't fit in the variable scheme. And
Yeah.
you know, I mean, the Patriots, they know what they're doing right now. They might be back. Drake May might.
They
I mean,
look pretty good, man.
I hate it. I do. I do. But like, he looks, because he's not throwing to like top tier. And I'm not saying this to like shade these guys. Like Stephon Diggs before the ACL tear, unreal. I mean, but Keishon Boutte as your number 2. I mean, and I remember him at LSU. He was a dog. But
Yeah,
like,
he was.
to have that as a number 2, and he was like, I think a 6th-round pick too.
Yeah, he was low.
That's a lot to ask for. And like these tight end, like Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper, they're not young. Their running back right now, I mean, Ramondre Stevenson fumbles a lot. I wish they'd give that ball to
That's what I'm saying. Virginia talent. I'm just
My
saying. Give him the
goodness.
ball.
right down the road. I
Why
mean,
don't you use him more? That's the thing.
he
with
did
me,
fumble
like,
against Cleveland, but he did have like 7 yards per carry though on 10 carries.
Bro,
so.
I mean, he's a rookie. Like, we can
Yeah,
let
like
him slide.
we can give it a pass because did he do it in college? No.
But that seems to be a Patriot thing. Like they're never forgiven of these young. Like, I mean, Belichick's not there anymore. He's doing whatever with his.
That's a sensitive topic right there.
I mean, I don't think he makes it past year 1 at UNC personally.
If he does, it's about the skin of his teeth. It looks bad down there. But then, weirdly enough, they play UVA tight, so I don't know.
But like again, how good is UVA though? Like they've kind of been skating by the. I'm a Virginia Tech fan, so fuck them.
So
And
that's really the root of it.
yes, and also I never thought I'd say this because I saw a breaking news report while I was looking at something. James Franklin might come to Virginia Tech, and I don't hate that.
I saw that
don't
too.
hate
Yeah, that actually does make sense. I mean, he recruits well. So.
They were both pro. Like he's a head coach on like the you can't win big ones. Virginia Tech's a dying program right now.
yes,
And
and
it's
rough
they
to
needed
see.
bad.
like I think he could bring that spark back. You
Yeah.
know, like him running out of the tunnel. Like it's nothing compared to a whiteout at Penn State. Personally, I don't think it is because you're not going to be playing any big games in the
Yeah.
ACC
I
compared.
mean, that's
to
a
the Big
rich
Ten.
history, but yeah, I think he could come in and definitely change things for the ACC very quickly. Complete opposite of Belichick, but you know, it is what it is.
I mean, and I look at it too as like you can't look at at James Franklin as the same James Franklin in Penn State.
No,
you know,
right.
it's a whole different environment. He recruits well in Virginia, like you said. So it's like he can get those guys in Virginia if he needs those guys,
Yeah.
and if he, builds a staff around him, which he can. I mean, and he, like you said, he had talent at Penn State. I mean, you can't deny it. The talent that's come through Penn State. They've been all pretty much NFL stars, and like I said, I mean, you can't hate on him. He didn't really do his thing in Penn State, but if I'm Virginia Tech, I'm taking it all the way.
Oh, for sure.
No doubt. Throw whatever blank check you want at him. I mean, I saw Michael Vick rumors too, which cool story because you played at Virginia Tech, but Norfolk State's not looking good right now. But then again, I mean, who are you recruiting to Norfolk State? But also, I think of all this coaching and stuff right now. You run your own business right now with GoHard Performance Systems, and you have been coaching all over the place. I mean, it feels like I grew up with you.
Essentially, yeah.
Like working at Goal and Phoenix. What has been like your mission for your business? Like, everyone's got the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like, oh, it's cool to do this, cool to do that, but everyone's got a different reason. Like, what is your why?
Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, a lot of my why comes down to honestly building better athletes inside and out. So like the whole term growing greatness, which I operate with, is like the idea of building confident athletes because they put in the work. So instead of just saying, oh, okay, well, I showed up and we did footwork, like all of the training that I do is data driven. So we track speed development, we track the numbers as far as your progress in the weight room, broad jumps, plyometrics, things like that. So I can literally show you from day 1 to day 97, however many days you spend with me, we've made progress along there. So it's like the why really is building better athletes, but building with a purpose.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean that's like huge for, certain situations. And I mean, like, what athletes have you trained? Like, I know obviously football, but like I'm assuming there's basketball. Like, what others has there been a wild card sport that like would throw me off? Like, oh my gosh, you're training an athlete like that.
I mean, bowling. That was one of the
Really?
Yeah. So I had an athlete, like, she was a pretty high level bowler. This was years ago. But I mean, at this point, it's been football, basketball, baseball, track and field, soccer, lacrosse. That's a sport I'm starting to tap into a lot more, surprisingly.
Lacrosse?
Yeah, lacrosse. And it's very interesting.
growing.
Yeah,
It's
very,
growing,
very
especially in Richmond. I mean, it's a dope sport. I mean, a couple of things. I've had someone ask me about, I think the term is bowling, like in cricket, like actually throwing the pitching motion, like all of that stuff. So it's like, I mean, movement patterns are movement patterns, so I try and do my best to be able to like cover as much as possible. But I mean, it's tough, man, because there's a lot of sports out here.
Well, I'm sure. And it's like, I'm assuming a lot of these sports that you have coached of these athletes, it's like you never played that sport. So, or correct me if I'm wrong, have there been like sports that or athletes that you're training where you didn't play that sport?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
So how challenging is that for you to figure out like how to make them better after having not played that sport?
I don't want to sound cocky, but it's not challenging. Only reason because like I take the time and study, and movement patterns are movement patterns. So it's like the rotation that you need for kicking the soccer ball is going to be parallel to the rotation that you need for swinging a baseball bat. So it's like there are a lot of overlapping movement patterns. So I know those. It's just the specificity that comes with it. I'm able to kind of apply and like, okay, these are the areas of improvement we need to focus on and apply things from there. So I hate to say it, but it's not that hard. It's just what situation do I have in front of me?
Understood. And I mean, like, that just sounds challenging to me as a guy who's never kicked a soccer ball. And I have, and it's not pretty. But, like, obviously I heard you, like, had coached at Phoenix as a strength coach, and you were at Goal, and forgive me if there's other spots.
I was about to say, there's been a few stops in between.
I'm sure
so
there
you're
has.
good. You're good.
It's somewhere I haven't been. And granted, I wasn't at Phoenix when you were there. I'd gotten there after. And by the way, I mentioned you guys a lot. You guys should sponsor me too.
You might as well. Yeah.
But what did you take away from each one, like, and what made you get to where you are today, like, for if that makes sense?
No, definitely. So I'm one of those individuals. I learn from others' mistakes. So I seen where some individuals kind of ran things from a poor organization standpoint. Some people kind of catered to one niche, but they didn't offer a lot of versatility within that niche. So for me, it was just learning from other people's mistakes or other people's experiences taking kind of like a piece from here, and just sewing my own fabric together of it, if you will. But a lot of it has also just been, the key thing is professionalism. Don't get me wrong. I curse during the sessions. I get on the kids. Like, I push them. But a lot of that, the relationship building that I have with that kind of comes along with even the parents. They're able to come and chat with me about things that we need to focus on, or something from an academic standpoint, like how can we apply this to the sport to get them to understand stuff better. So really, as I coach, I still learn along the way. So that kind of helps me.
And I just want to say this too. It's crazy. Even that parents want to do that says a lot about you and what you have going on. Because nowadays, I mean, you'll see like Karen's. I said Karen.
Karen's you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah.
You know, some parents are so particular, and like, you know, I feel like sometimes they can hold their kids back because they're so, you know, I don't want him to get into this, or I'm nervous about this, or they're not really working them too hard. And I think when you have people in professions like this who know what they're doing, who have the data, who can say, all right, I know specifically what your son or what your daughter needs. I mean, I think you should take advantage of it. And I think that's why what you do is really important. And it says a lot about you.
I appreciate that. Because, I mean, I have parents that, you know, they want to ask, well, can I sit in the session? And I know some coaches are against it. Yeah. I just set a clear standard. If I'm coaching, don't get in the way. So you can watch, observe, because again, I'm confident in what I do. I have no question about that. You're going to see from start to finish how your child is developing.
Professional,
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, if I'm coaching your child, well, we did this. All right, go sit your ass outside. Now you're getting in the way. It's like you're stunting the growth.
You're paying the money to me.
Exactly.
Like, this is my job.
And that's the wild thing. But also, I've had some instances where parents drop the kids off. I've never met the parents. They just drop the kids off, and they keep showing up and they keep paying. I'm like, yo, this is wild. So the dynamic is very different.
Very. And you say that also, and I think of like, how challenging is it for, like, I don't know if you've ever had a parent come up to you and be like, no, you don't know what you're doing or whatever. And like, I mean, like when they try to say, like, you're too hard on my kid or something like that, you know? It's like, how do you deal with parents like that?
So I can honestly say, and I'm blessed to say that in my 5 years of business, I have not had that. Only reason I can say that is because I keep everything up front.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
but it says, like I said, it says a lot about him and his organization.
I appreciate that.
He doesn't have those problems, it's because people see something in his organization.
Right.
And clearly that's why we wanted you to sponsor, because, I mean, like I said, I think for what you do nowadays, kids need to take advantage of it, because, you know, there's people in positions where they can drive you to be great, and they can drive you to be good from an early age, and he's one of those people. So, you know, man, I think it's great, and I appreciate you sponsoring us.
I appreciate y'all having me. Absolutely. Yeah.
Let me hop in here, because, you know, I talked a lot with you, like talking about the sponsorship, and, you know, we met here and we kind of coordinated things, and I just got to say that you're a total professional, man.
I appreciate that.
You make things very easy, very clear, very concise. You're obviously an expert in what you do, which, you know, that is great, and that's the main focus. But when you pair that with your professionalism, how you run your business, you know, we talked after we met, and, you know, I got a school connection that we're going to talk about in the future.
Okay.
So, you know, anyone listening, all his information is in the show notes in the description. We have his website.
Yeah.
We have his social media. We have his email. And seriously, man, we can't thank you enough. And I just cannot overstate the fact that you're a total professional in everything that you do, man.
I appreciate that greatly.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you right now, if you have a bad core right now, go to him.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, I had the shittiest core right before I came over in. And I'll tell you right now, like, man to man right here, because he was a high school coach of mine too, which was totally unexpected. Like, when I first saw you in there. And man, I mean, like, just as a 17-year-old, like, I was struggling mentally, just even in and outside of football. And I never really opened up about it until, like, I'm really going to open up right now. Like, I didn't, like, just, like, kind of thinking, like, with my future and everything, like, obviously I knew I was not going to be playing Division I or anything like that. Like, I was nowhere near that level. I wasn't even Division III good, for that matter. But, like, I was just, like, you know, there'd be times where I was just, like, kind of zoned out, and he would just, like, tell me to push myself, and I never really knew what that meant, because I'm like, I can't physically push myself, like, with my own hands. But then, like, you know, as I got into MMA training in the future, I've figured out what that meant, because it's like, you know, it's so easy to like quit a drill and be like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
When you're in a fight, like for your life, and obviously you're not like in sparring, you're never fighting for your life unless the guy's a total dick or anything like that.
Yeah.
But like when a guy's like hitting you in the face and you're not defending yourself and you're just quitting, like he's not gonna stop. Like it's just things like that. And like, man, I think of that every time when I step on the mat right now. And I thought I'd let you know that for real, because like it still sticks to me to this day.
Yeah,
Sure.
I appreciate it. You make me feel old too, man. Cause damn.
Hey, well, how do you think I feel? I mean, now obviously he's older than me, but you wouldn't know that because I crack. He does not.
Yeah, make sure you get my good side.
Yeah, right. I mean, I didn't think I'd have wrinkles up here at 26, but thank you, Pops. I got it from you. Yeah, he doesn't watch this show. He won't see that. Or maybe he does, and he says he does.
Maybe he'll surprise you.
Yeah, right.
Comment something. Put something in the comments. Or
Oh no, even better. Next time he sees him, he has the boxing gloves on. It's like, oh, you were talking shit, huh?
Well, and he did tour the gym, and I mean, but like I'm like, yo, like come on in. It was 3 years ago. Still waiting for you.
Time's ticking.
That's what I'm saying. Now, obviously, Father Time has its parts, and you know there is a quarterback who we thought had Father Time this past year. Who do you think I'm getting ready to say?
Well, I'm thinking you're talking Aaron Rodgers, right?
No.
What? Oh, I'm surprised.
I was gonna say J.J. McCarthy, because he had a kid 4 days before the Atlanta game, broke his ankle supposedly. Then Carson Wentz came out there and balled, and now Carson Wentz's shoulder is out. The Vikings have a really talented team, and they look like the biggest dumbasses for letting Sam Darnold go so far.
He is balling.
Which is so crazy to say 4 years ago. We'd have been like, okay, whatever. But, excuse me, Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigba is like en route to be like a first-team All-Pro receiver.
Yeah, he's having a really good year.
Baller. But the Vikings, though, I don't know what to think of them right now, man. I mean...
And I will say, like, you look at it from an organization point, like I was talking about, and I think I said something about this last episode, last time we talked about the Vikings, but it's like, have they ever really had a quarterback that's been like that? Like, can you, like, when's the last time?
Kirk Cousins and it's spurts.
But it's never like a consistent thing. And it's like, I don't know necessarily, like I said, if it's on the quarterback situation, because they do get hurt, and I mean injuries happen, and like you never know with a player, right? And obviously if you see a running habit of it, you're not gonna want to put that player out. But they have two guys that are injured, and it's like
in the same season. It's crazy, man.
You know, what can they do about that? And they're not really, you know, a strong team at building their quarterback that at least to me that well. So it's like, you have two guys you really can't build off of, and you can't even build yourself. So, to me, you know, it's a tricky situation with them.
You know what's the worst part? They probably let him walk out the door to go to Seattle. Yeah. Because Darnold's looking good. I bet they want that one back.
I don't know how you make that move, because I'm like, okay, let J.J. McCarthy come back and get, healed up and stuff like that. Have them duke it out in camp. You already had a proven commodity there, and you didn't have to pay him top dollar to stay there. And in reality, Carson Wentz, freakishly talented dude. Look at his track record. Always hurt. At some point, he gets messed up. Freakishly talented at the quarterback position, but it just never works out.
And they kept him in. If you watched that Thursday night game last week,
it was brutal. Yeah.
There's no way he was 100% like through that game.
No, not at all.
Him playing that long is why his season's over right now. And I don't want to say he was fixed, but that first game he came back. Now everybody looks great against Cincinnati. I mean, if we didn't turn the ball over once or twice against the Bengals, we probably would have won that game. But that's neither here or there. I mean, like Kevin O'Connell's track record at fixing quarterbacks has been unbelievable right now. I mean, obviously Sam Darnold had the year that he had. I mean, it's really easy, I guess, when you have Justin Jefferson as your number one. But as a guy who drafted him in fantasy, it's been a frustrating year because Justin Jefferson is still, I mean, I know I said that he was levels above Jamar Chase, which isn't really aging that well right now. I know. And I said that, of course, Jamar Chase routed up my boys for like he had like 16 catches on 23 targets. But
Yeah, 'cause
that's what happens when you.
Jamar Chase's situation right now, it's like
But Joe Flacco's just getting him the ball.
he is, and
Smart move.
He's looking a lot better. You can say, and I mean, a lot better than what they had at quarterback. But I think going back to Seattle, it's like my thing is, can Sam be consistent throughout this whole season? Because obviously teams are going to be inconsistent. I mean, we've seen that time and time again. But it's like they're expecting a playoff out of you, and you need to get a playoff.
They have the defense to get there.
They have. I'm about to say they have
everything.
tools to get there. So it's really on Sam. It's like, Sam, we need you, and if you can get us there, and if you can stay consistent, we'll get where we want to be.
Well, and I'll say this too. I think firing Pete Carroll was probably the best. Like, it's a tough thing because what he did for Seattle got them their first Super Bowl. But in reality, like, their defense has played so much better since he's been gone. I mean, the Raiders right now look like a mess under him. I mean, every team in in the Broncos division looks great except for the Raiders.
Yeah, thankfully.
I mean, I was hoping for Geno to go off because, like, I love a Geno Smith. Like,
I thought Tom being there, it would be like something would be different, because he seemed like
did have the headset on, like, in the booth for one game. Everybody forgets that.
I mean, he can't go and play for them. It's a little different. He can be hands-on, but it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
I think if Geno throws one more pick, he might throw on a helmet and be like, all right, get the fuck out of my way.
That's somewhere in this contract, I'm sure. Like, all right, we do that bad, I'm stepping on the field.
I mean, you watch Gardner Minshew with Aiden O'Connell in his first year.
Oh, my God.
Come on. When Gardner Minshew is good, it's so fun to watch, though. That freaking beautiful mullet just flying around, terrible teeth, It's fun in spurts. It's kind of like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like, when he's good, it's so fun.
That's a good analogy,
But, I mean, him taking off his shirt with Cam Scattaboo, and, man, that's going to be the highlight of this game.
And I'm going to talk about, who's also fun when he's good. I got to go to my man Baker, man.
I was waiting on that. I was waiting on that.
Bro,
I love Baker.
I'm ready.
Bro, he is so fun to watch. I mean, anytime I watch a Tampa Bay
The shit
game,
talking to is amazing.
Absolutely.
Bro, and he walks around with the energy where it's like, man, I got confidence, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck who you
want to
are.
play for that
like,
guy, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's like the quality that I think doesn't always get, like, maybe draft process or whatever. Like, there's guys that can just, like, rally the troops.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everything's going to be perfect. He's not going to have the measurables and the biggest arm and all the other things, but man, he is slinging it this year. A little bit back to the median. But man, I'm glad to have him. Hopefully we give him a contract in the offseason. We have him for years
most
to come.
definitely. Yeah. I think he's earned it.
For sure.
I mean, the MVP talks kind of died down a little bit right now. But, like, who cares? You're 6-2. You're probably going to win your division.
Yeah.
Your defense is playing a little bit better. I know it helps to play the Saints, which I don't know what direction the Saints are going. I guess Tyler Shuck's their guy.
Hell, neither do they.
Yeah, I don't even think they know. I don't even think they're confident about it.
I think Kellen Moore would have been better off staying as the offensive coordinator in Philadelphia.
I mean, look at Josh McDaniels. Not everybody needs to be a head coach.
Yeah.
Well, Josh McDaniels, his problem was, I'll say, and obviously you probably don't like the guy since you're a Denver fan. He's a hard guy to like. Everybody says he's an asshole, but I mean,
he produces results though. I mean,
as a coordinator, but like his thing was like, if like you didn't fit his system, like you're getting out of here, and that's not the problem at the end of the day. But at the same time, what you have is what you have. Like you can't use like Josh Jacobs. I mean, now Josh Jacobs when he was there was a phenomenal back, but then you're not utilizing Devontae Adams the way you can get him.
Yeah, that was a huge problem.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of catches, but it was like he was like a yak guy when it's like he's a deep threat. Like if you press that guy, he is going to burn you 45, 50 yards down the field. Like that's what Aaron Rodgers did best with him. When he saw he was impressed, he was just like,
call it a day.
And Aaron Rodgers, again, he's past the unk status, and I guess Joe Flacco did too. They called that the icy hot bowl.
Oh my goodness!
But I don't know what to think of the Bengals right now. I mean, do they like their defense might like honestly is laughable. I mean, they might be worse than Dallas's defense. Really,
they're definitely now. Dolphins has to have the worst defense.
Yeah, by far,
for sure. Just because of injuries.
they look great against Kirk Cousins though.
That's Kirk Cousins. Bro. Come on.
And Kirk
not saying
Cousins
a
just
lot.
said after the game he wants to be a starter somewhere else. But brother, you had your
Where?
job
No.
interview
I
right
mean, he
there.
could go to the Raiders.
Hey, I'll give you a wild card. Minnesota Vikings, bring him back. Why
Yeah,
not?
right.
It
Why
would give
not?
them something, you know, because they really don't like. What do they have right now?
What do you mean?
And a quarterback, like,
A guy who can't stay healthy.
so. And I mean, you know, bring back Kurt. I mean, anytime Kurtz went somewhere, he's always like, when he first came, he's brung like a little bit of magic. Like when he was in the Redskins, like his first like little tenure, like his first couple of games, he was bringing that magic. Even
liked
in Atlanta,
that.
you remember when he was in
Yeah.
Atlanta, they was feeling him a little bit when he was
He
playing.
was doing the swag circuit.
Yeah,
I was like,
they was feeling him.
it was kind of like how for Virginia standards, it's like a white guy trying to fit in at Virginia State. Him trying to do the swag circuit.
yeah. Nah, but,
Hey, shout out to the Trojans, man.
Hey, shout out! Beautiful campus. I've driven by there.
yeah, it is.
plenty
Hell
of
yeah,
times.
proud alum, man. Yeah,
Proud
absolutely.
alum. I forgot that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were a Virginia State alum. Yeah.
Yeah, man,
Crazy.
going back to the like,
Wasn't trying to shade your.
No,
you're
you
good.
good. You good, man.
Yeah, going back to the Bengals though, I think you know, this is definitely a season that you're not expecting anything, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not really looking forward to anything. So I think the draft is definitely going to be something that they have to look forward to, and really drafting guys that you think can help your team. I mean, definitely defensively, I think they should go somewhere of that nature first. Just because, you know, they have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase in, you know, an offense, which is not a whole offense, but it's something in offense. So I think the draft will be really big this year for them because their season, I don't think, is.
No, they're definitely looking for the future. And the hard part about it is if you look at their offense, solid. You really don't have to fix a lot there.
Yeah.
But if the defense is just getting blown out the water, that's tough. And I remember, I think in the offseason, they had a lot of discussions about whether they were going to sign that big-time DN. I was like, dog, you don't have anybody else. You have to sign
you
him.
have to sign
And
him.
now he's hurt. He's
And
hurt
now he's
again.
hurt.
I mean,
Which is insane.
and when he's not on the field, they look like they don't belong on an NFL
Yeah.
field. It's like it's so crazy. And I mean, like, I don't know if like you need to like get rid of your general manager or maybe your head coach too. I know this guy took you to a Super Bowl, but like at the same time, it's kind of like been his whole.
I think that was Joe for real.
Yeah, Joe carried that.
Joe carried that his first year.
Actually, I want to disagree with you on that. That defense actually that year was really good when they had Jesse Bates.
Oh yeah.
Like
They were solid, but
they weren't. They were nothing like this one. I mean, like they in that playoff run, they were really good. And
Joe
in
still
that-
had to put up points, though.
Yes,
I don't think they scored over 30 in one of their in their times going to the Super Bowl that year. Because
I mean, it was.
Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times against the Titans. I remember that one.
Yeah, I
and they
remember that
won
game. Yeah, that was an
19 to
ugly
16. I mean, if Ryan Tannehill could not turn the ball over, AJ Brown might still be a Tennessee Titan.
Hey,
and
Ryan
I
Tannehill
think of
went to
this
the
now.
shadows.
Yeah, I know, right? I think of this now with how the Eagles looked this past week without A.J. Brown. Are they a better offense without A.J. Brown?
I think that's why he was so pissed off. Like those weeks where he was complaining about not getting the ball is because they were winning ball games without him getting the ball. And granted, he's a great receiver.
Great.
I think he does have a lot of good football left in him. But as Saquon said at one point, it's about winning ball games. And so is it more important to get your stats and win the ball games?
And two, how much of that is a distraction, right? Like,
Yeah.
you don't want that to be a huge distraction in the locker room where it's like you have this one guy, you know, that's complaining, but your team's not necessarily doing bad. He's just not getting the production that he wants necessarily. And I mean, with a team like the Eagles having so many guys like Devontae Smith, like Saquon Barkley, you have to take that role as a guy who just wants to win games because there's talent everywhere. And when a quarterback has that talent, he's going to look for whoever gets open because whoever gets open or whoever he has that can make the play, he's going to give it to them. And he has many stars that can do that on that Eagles offense.
Well, and it's for as many stars as they have. Like, their offense is so vanilla, in my opinion. Like, it feels like – and they were so great when they lined up under center and, like, actually made them think, like – there could be a play action potentially kind of thing. It opened up the offense more. But I know it's only the Giants, so I'm not going to like boost them up too much. Some people want to throw the Eagles in the top 5 of the NFL. I'm going to have a wild hot take right here. I don't think the Eagles are a top 5 team in the NFC.
Ooh.
Nah.
Hear me out right here. Let me list my 5 teams.
That is hot. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I have to hear this.
2 of them are
relax,
teams
though.
that the Eagles beat, so I don't know if this really counts or not. But like those are weeks ago, and like right now, like I got who is it right now? Who's I forget the name of the team. We got Tampa Bay. I think is better than them. I think the Rams are better than them. I think the Seahawks are better than them. I think the Packers are better than them, and I think the Lions are better than them.
This is a debatable list.
I know they beat the Rams and the Bucks, but like
yeah, because recency bias. I don't know if I've beaten you. I don't know if I'm putting you above me right now.
But like again, like if they play again though, like that's like the Rams should have beat them. That's the thing.
Oh no! I mean, and going back to the Eagles, like you said, I think they have like those talented guys. It's just like a part of the consistency of like, you know, opening up plays, like you said, and getting multiple guys to, you know, get the ball. And man, I think with the direction it's going in right now, I feel like it's a little too soon to say that.
Yeah.
A little too soon. But
through the season.
it's not far-fetched, though. Like, what you're saying is not far-fetched at all. Like,
But even their defense doesn't look as good as they were last year. And I know they lost a lot of guys to free agency.
Yeah, I was about to say they lost quite a few players.
And then, like, that's what I was like, God, like, they're not going to be the same team because it's like you don't just replace Super Bowl starters like that. It's a team chemistry thing. And you look, I mean, Quinyon Mitchell's a pretty good corner. Outside of that, I mean, Cooper DeJean, he's a nickel corner though, and I love a white guy that can play corner. It's maybe not Riley Moss though. I don't know. But I mean, it's like Riley Moss is a guy that makes me think like, man, that's why white people don't play cornerback.
Hey, look, that's why we have versatility on our team.
But, I mean, hey, Surtain might be out for a little bit though, but that's another which. Prayers to you, buddy. I mean, because you are a phenomenal football player, and it's so fun when he's out there. But not to get off task or anything. Philadelphia, though, I mean, like their defense again. Like they asked Brandon Graham to come out of retirement. Like who knows if he's going to be in the shape that
but
he's
you don't need a guy to come out of retirement. You have talent. Coach things probably. I'm big on execution.
On them,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's on them.
Because I mean, you look at it on paper. I mean, top to bottom, they have one of the best rosters in the league for sure. But it's like execute.
Like, and everything's so vanilla. For like last year, they were just like, we're gonna line up in front of you and beat the fuck out of you. That's what they were. They don't have the guys for that. They don't have the guys for that this year, though. I don't think they do.
Now, quite frankly, I feel like that's another constant theme to me in the NFL because I think of 2 teams when I think of that. I think of B-More, I think of Baltimore, I think of the Eagles, and with those teams, it's like they have, you know, the talent, right? Like they have these guys that they can do stuff with. And if you know, put them in the right system, you run the right game plan and you really, you know, fundamentally let them develop in their system and you, like you said, team chemistry, I think it really could help, but you have to also make good decisions. Like you said, sometimes you're going to have to re-sign these guys, and these guys are going to ask for money. But if you know that you need a guy like at corner or if you need a guy at free safety that, you know, potentially you're losing the next season, then if I'm the Eagles fan, if I'm an Eagles fan, I want them to get somebody that I know, hey, if you have to spend a little bit of money on, that's okay. We'll have somebody that we can, you know, be, you know, good with or, you know, do what they need to do with. So I think my thing is, it poses the question to me: is it really, you know, up to players? You know, because you know a lot of people will blame the players, right? You know, you see them perform and you see what they do, and it's like, man, they had a really shitty game, like. But a lot of it goes into game plan. A lot of it goes into offense and defensive game plan and coaching. So I think, you know, for at least reporters and these people reporting on, you know, NFL players, to not bash them. Most of it is the coaching. And you have, I think most of it, you have to be.
You're talking to a coach right now, mind
you have to, at least in the NFL, okay? At least,
I don't even know about that, though. I mean,
well, all right. So you put it very eloquently, but also it's like stop being cute and do what you're supposed to do. Meaning, all right, these are grown men. We shouldn't have to twist your arm to execute. Because I think back, you mentioned Baltimore. Can coaching make Mark Andrews catch those 2 passes that he dropped or the fumble? So it's like you have to execute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Now,
true.
don't get me wrong. Game planning, that's your job. Like as a coach, schematics, you look at it, you analyze everything to the deepest depth. But also, when you are in the position to make the play, you have to make the play. Now, with Philly, the thing that bothers me is they have a lot of talent. You have to put those guys in position to make plays because if it's just run Saquon, hope that Jalen runs well or throws a deep ball, that's very vanilla, like Ben was saying, so it's kind of hard to execute. Shift the formations. I mean, because if we can see that as fans and we are not taking hours upon hours to study defenses or study the offense for that matter, the defenses that they're playing can see that. So it's like switch it up, be versatile with it.
Here's how I see it. It's like the NFL players, they're so talented.
Yeah.
Right? Like your practice squad guys would be like the best player you've ever seen. So I think like coaching is like kind of the ultimate tiebreaker.
Absolutely.
Right? Like just take, I don't know, 2 like A.J. Brown, Chris Godwin. Right, they're probably close. But the tiebreaker, what I'm worried about with the Eagles is it's a locker room thing. They're going to send A.J. Brown to the Patriots for union with Mike Vrabel, and then when the Bucs see him in the playoffs, they're going to be firing all cylinders. But I kind of see all y'all's points from back here.
well, and I think of it like, coaching, like there's things like you can't put your players in like bad situations. Like Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow, I think are put in the worst situations, not like with talent wise, but like they're lined up in the shotgun 65% of their snaps, and they're getting hurt every play because their offensive line isn't great because you're relying on them to throw the ball every play. Like that's why like getting a guy like with Jalen Hurts this past week in Philadelphia, getting him under center, making them think, is he going to run? Is he going to throw? Like it is a big deal. Like Trevor Lawrence, prime example, which I'm starting to lean on the bust side for him personally.
I've
It's
been
projecting that way,
You've had or it's not generational talent. Like I'm not saying the guy sucks or anything, but like Travis Hunter's great though in Jacksonville from what I've seen. But he never lined up under center in college. Now it doesn't help when you have Urban Meyer as your first coach.
Yeah, he did go through a couple of coaches too. That made it a little tough. I think
But Doug Peterson was a Super Bowl winning coach though.
He was, but if you look at the difference between him and Daniel Jones is there has been a consistency of talent around him. So when Daniel Jones was in New York, he did not have the same type of talent. So that's why we've been able to push that Trevor Lawrence conversation off for a little while because he could produce a little something.
Well, and with Daniel Jones, now you say that like Indianapolis' offensive line he's played with is by far better than any New York Giant offense.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's praying every night thanking God for that offense.
Quentin Nelson is a pancaker. Like, if you want to have the best pancakes in the morning, go ask Quentin Nelson.
There you go.
He'll make you a good pancake. I mean, like, Colts are looking like the real deal right now. And, I mean, do I trust Daniel Jones versus Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game, though? That's, like, the tricky part for me.
I mean, to be determined, but I think that goes
But the
back
fact
to,
he's even gotten there, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think that goes back to Pro's point earlier about like organizations. When you see a well-ran organization where they've had a lot of continuity, whether it's between coaching, GM, maybe the offensive coordinator, offense. I mean, hell, the reason why we look at Patrick Mahomes the way that he is, he's had consistency throughout his whole career. Baltimore, even, they've had a lot of consistency. Offensive coordinator can be debatable, but outside of that helps. If I come in and I know I've had a system for 3, 4, 5 years, I can make better plays in, all right, which coach am I going to have this year? Which play and style are we going to have? It makes things very hard.
Well, and who knows if Baltimore is going to have the same head coach as they do. They want Harbaugh gone, which
I don't think it's time.
I don't think
yet,
it's yet.
man.
I don't think it is either, but like it's so easy to argue like injuries. The 49ers are competing with their injuries right now. Like the Steelers have competed in the past with their injuries. I mean,
he's earned a bad year, right?
He's earned a bad year.
He went 5-11 in 2015, so he's had one bad year.
And that was a decade ago. So it's like, look at that.
Yes.
But again, like they were like 4-5 before Lamar took the job, so it's easy to say that Lamar saved Harbaugh's job, though.
You are fair in that. Yeah, there's no argument there. It was timed up properly. You know what I mean?
Now, Harbaugh, if he got fired, would get a head coaching job within a second. No doubt about that. If Ron Rivera can get another chance, then anybody can get
and
I mean, I'm sorry. That guy was the biggest, dumbest nice guy, but, He just always stood at the sideline, arms crossed,
Cam
big
Newton
googly
was the
eyes.
reason he went to that Super Bowl 100%.
No, the Panthers' defense was really good that year too.
That
helped.
The players
I know you
alone,
remember that
though.
Super Bowl very well.
Yeah.
Von Miller and Cam Newton were a pair match.
They had I think that time y'all had probably one of the best defenses of all time during that time.
So, I mean, we've had spurts of that. So, Denver, I think every 5 years, the thing that was pissing me off, it was maybe 6 or 7 years ago, where we were actually not drafting away, but either releasing, trading away a lot of our good players. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? But that's why you got to bake the cake. You got to let it process.
Yep.
It's looking pretty good right now. So, I'll take it for what it is.
Once John Elway stepped away from, like, general manager duties, it kind of got a little bit better.
But that goes back to not every great player needs to be in that role. You know what I mean?
And Michael Jordan was a horrible owner, for prime example.
Yeah.
Like, and now he's had a great. Have you guys seen that interview of him like on the NBC? I don't watch the NBA much, but I've seen him like on like these NBC interviews where he's like bashing like load management and stuff like that. But that's one thing. I don't know shit about the NBA. I think basketball players are personally pussies. I do.
Wow.
I do. Like, the Oklahoma drill is what turned people into basketball players.
I mean, that's very true. Very true.
You can't, like, I mean,
baptize a few of my friends. Yeah.
I look at, like, as a guy who trains MMA, I'm looking at your calves like, God, I could kick your freaking kneecap off your shin. I mean,
again, going back to what I said earlier, specificity. They're 6'9" plus. They don't have to worry about getting kicked in the calf. But with the way basketball has gone, if we're going to make that parallel, the way basketball has gone, they've watered down the sport quite a bit, where football, outside of the whole targeting thing, football is still football. You can still run through people, catch over people, all of that stuff. So, yeah, it's easier to enjoy football.
I do think they need to eliminate Thursday Night Football. It's great for, like, fans, like, entertainment, but, like, long-term, like, injury-wise, I mean,
you got to look at the data for that. I would think a bigger argument would be like the terrain that they're playing on. Like some of the NFL fields, which I'm like, okay, if you have $1 billion industry, you mean to tell me you can't take better care of the fields? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, like, I hate that, like, even our high schools in hometown are, like, going to artificial turf now. It's so...
everybody and their mother has it, yeah.
I hate it. The turf burns I got from playing at St. Louis years ago.
Tore my Achilles last year on a turf field.
Oh.
Literally almost a year to the week. Mm-hmm.
That is insane.
Yeah, I'll never step on one of them again.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
I don't know if that's
You don't know
worse.
life until you hit that turf.
Right.
Yeah, it's different.
You got it in your shoe.
I don't know if that's worse than getting poked in the eye by Cyril Gahn, though, which happened a few days ago. Shout out to Tom Aspinall. Apparently still can't see. Still seeing gray.
I feel like he's milking the shit out there. I am not gonna lie.
No.
If he was winning that fight,
but he wasn't. Tom lost that first round.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
The eye that he got poked in the worst, he wasn't complaining about. Did you see that? The eye that he got like really scraped in.
I was driving on the road while watching that, so I had to let go.
Bro, and here's the thing that I'm gonna say about Tom, right? Tom came out super aggressive and started getting tagged. He came out super aggressive.
Yep.
And to me, like, he had confidence, right? He was confident. He was like, oh, yeah. And I feel like he was too confident. I feel like going in, he was a little bit too comfortable with, oh, this is Cyril Gahn. And you know, knowing Cyril Gahn's aura, he's had so many title, you know, He's went for the title so many times and he's lost.
Yep.
And you know, I think he's only a jiu-jitsu blue belt, so I mean, he's not really the best on the ground, and Tommy can wrestle.
Yeah, for sure.
But he felt confident because he didn't use wrestling at all. He wanted to stay on the feet, but at the same time, I think some of that kind of took into play where it's like,
though. That's just my thing.
I'm not gonna say he quit, but like, I just feel like he milked it because. Going back to UFC, just that same card, I think it was.
Shout out Mackenzie Dern.
Yes. Oh, shout out to her. Yes. Oh my
champion.
goodness. It's great to see you win. Who?
You should.
Johnny Walker's brother.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker's brother.
He broke his leg.
He
by the
broke
way.
his leg
Heel hooked
and
somebody.
still heel hooked somebody. So you mean to tell
Heel hook
me?
does not feel good. I can confirm
You mean
that
to
right
tell
now.
me you break your leg, right? And you can still heel hook somebody. He's in the same weight division. He's in the same division.
But I feel nothing. I heard this by the
And
way
you
you're saying.
and you get an eye poke that's it's really a slash, and I've seen worse.
That
If
was
you
an
watch
eye
any,
poke. That was a finger, brother.
if you,
he was 2 knuckles deep in there.
if you seen Jon Jones fights, you'll know that people have got poked the same way by Jon Jones.
He had a great fight with his wife that one time. Jon Jones did.
And man, you know that's.
Hey,
Like,
please
it just catch-
no, I know, like his.
John's gonna pull up on you now.
Oh, I will hide in a corner. If
See, yeah, that's why
I will like
you be
my
talking
gym
crazy.
partners. Fine, Jon Jones, I'm a pussy. Like, brother, yeah, I'm not fighting you. And
Yeah.
but again, you know, prayers for you, man. I mean, Arthur Jones, that was really unfortunate to hear.
Yeah, your brother, man. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, and I did see that Jon Jones, he came in with an eye patch because he's doing the dirty boxing thing right now, like trolling Tom Aspinall.
Oh, well, trolling for sure. Yeah.
I mean, he might, like, those Tom Aspinall beats Jon Jones takes are kind of dying right now.
I never saw that really. I saw where they could be the competition of it, but if you look at how Jon Jones, like his fight mechanics and his IQ is so much on another level, bro. It's insane. Like the stuff that he knows to do, where to place it, and the stuff that he utilizes, you don't see other people utilize. Like, for instance, knee strikes to the body. Do we see heavyweights use that? No, but Jon Jones would use the mess out of that. And for a heavyweight, you get kneed right there all the time by a 6'4" guy with 82, 83 inch reach advantage. It's like
Still just not as fast as he was a light heavyweight.
he's
But I mean,
not.
that comes with the territory too. You put on that much weight, and he fights with the style of a smaller guy.
Yes.
I kind of think with Aspinall, some of that was looming in the back of his mind. Like you talked about him coming out with that aggression. He felt like he had to prove a point because John retired, and he was like, "Oh, well, he didn't want to fight me,
Yeah.
but also it didn't go the way that you wanted."
Because
so.
John beat Cyril so bad, it's like
Yeah.
I wanna do that to the same guy.
Exactly.
But and I think there needs to be a rematch.
There
Definitely,
has-
there has to
you
be a
can't let
rematch.
it end like that.
You can't. You
But what
can't.
about Volkov, though? Because what did you think? Who won that fight?
Oh my goodness, Volkov lost.
You
But
thought so?
they gave it. My bad. They gave it to him because of his last decision before that. Because you remember the
He
decision
was
before
actually
that
trying
fight.
to fight, though. He was throwing punches.
And I will
Almeida
say,
was just laying and praying like a jiu-jitsu guy.
and I will say,
nothing wrong with jiu-jitsu.
They've gotten better at that, which I commend the UFC for. Right, like before then, like they would base a lot of their points off of control, which I didn't like that because if
Yeah.
you're not doing damage, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Right? If you can just hold a guy down, right? If you can keep a guy at a position where you're comfortable at, like a wrestler like Chimaev, it's like he can dominate you like
Yeah.
that because that's his life. That's what he knows. And now, at least with that event, they did such a good job with judging it better off of damage, off of what you actually did to the person. And for that, I think, and here's where I'll go. To me, both of them, Almeida and Volkov, didn't look that good.
No.
They didn't look like they would beat Tom or Cyril, to me.
No.
I didn't see that. So, to me, in that division, it's tricky, but with that fight specifically, I could see where it was both sides, but I don't think either of them really looked any good. So,
That's fair.
I mean, you know, that's how I have to say about it, because
Well, and
it's...
yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, and I'll end on these two things right before I do our closeout and everything. Hamdi Adel Wahab versus Chris Barnett, definitely the most funniest fight of the night. You saw ass cheeks flying out. Shout out to the heavyweight division.
That guy's super athletic.
Quillon Saul
Yeah,
killed
very.
with that amazing head kick knockout. Whew. Shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah, that head kick knock was nasty.
But man, it was really fun being on here, having another guest. You know, definitely plan on coming out to whatever event he wants me out there, and I'll do
definitely
whatever
show up to that.
whatever
Yeah,
speech.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
we'll all be out there. You know, giving a speech, probably not as good as you would though. And man, you know, just kind of like tell these kids like, yeah, I grew up around you, and I know like he wants best for you guys. So just kind of
appreciate
try to relay that message. I can't talk clearly. But man, I mean, it's really good to connect with you guys again. Once again, this show is sponsored by GoHard Performance Systems. Go there if you want to be a better athlete and you're in the Richmond, Virginia community. Thank you guys for tuning in. Good night, everybody. Woo!
Appreciate y'all.